Hello and welcome to another Kup Goodle stream. Today, this is an art stream. Actually, let me get my main BGM on. Look at that. Listen to that beautiful guitar music. So today we, as the title suggests, oh geez, look at how big that logo is right there. Or that texture is right there. Actually, let me chat, let me see what this one, let's do font settings. We can go smaller. And I think we can work if it's just like 32 setting. Maybe that works. Let's try. Let's see what happens when I type hello and do just that. And see, let's see how it appears on the stream. That looks pretty good. That doesn't look that bad. You can see my name. It might be a little bit cut off, but that's okay. I wonder if there are some dropped frames. It doesn't look like there are dropped frames right now, so I think that's fine. I think we're still looking pretty good. And the time is still counting up, so I will just assume that everything is looking very nice. Welcome to the stream, if you are watching it. It's going to be kind of a relaxing one right now. We are drawing fan art of Hollow Knight. We're drawing Hollow Knight fan art, which a lot of people know Hollow Knight. It's a game that is very, very popular and has been for the last couple of years. Created by Team Cherry, and it is a big, sprawling Metroidvania about bug people who live down in a ruined caverns, and you go and search around and find just explore and learn little tidbits about the lore in the in Hallow Nest, the kingdom that once was down there. I love Hollow Knight a whole lot because I love Metroidvania games, and it is a very, very fun, very, very difficult, very, very well made game that gets better and better the more you play it and the deeper you get into it. I have completely beaten the first game 112%, and all of the Pantheon and everything And so that is a difficult endeavor to do. But it was very fun along the way. I probably have about 100 hours in that game, half of which was just on the Pantheon, because the Pantheon was a little too bothersome, there was a little too much there that was just kind of a time kill, and I don't really appreciate it, but it was at least fun enough and difficult enough for me to want to keep playing. Well, I'm going to be drawing some fan art of Hollow Knight today, with just some of our favorite bugs. And so we are going to draw the knight, the main character. We're going to draw Hornet, and there might be spoilers for anyone who has not beaten Hollow Knight yet. Let's see. Let me see if it goes there. That's fine there. And that's good there. I'm tweeting everything out right now so that people can find me. There we go. So let's just leave those. And let's get right into it. Let's get right into starting. We're going to be doing some sketches and some drawings. I have my laptop open next to me here so I can look at the characters as I'm drawing them. And practice, some of these little bugs. So to start, let's zoom in a little bit. Let's give myself some markings because I love giving myself some markings. So let's do a little halfway point right there, a little halfway. So let's do some 2/3 points there and there. A little bit lower there. Let's do another 2/3 point right here. And right about here. That'll be good for me to see where I am drawing, so that when I zoom in, I can see kind of the extent of, see kind of the extent of the square that I'm drawing here. So let's try drawing, actually I do like that thick line. Let's just try drawing the knight to start. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can reduce the size later on if we need to. Let's just try drawing the knight, the main character. And the knight has a little, sort of square head. It's a little bit more like of a trapezoid, where you have like that, where it's a little bit skinnier on the bottom, but actually not really by much. You could consider it sort of a square, like a coffee mug, sort of rounded square like that. And the knight has, let's draw it a little bit lower, a little bit smaller, like that. And you know what, let's brush smoothing, let's do it at basic. Let's do it at stabilizer. And let's put it, that seems fine, a stabilizer here. So let's go sort of downward one like this, sort of upwards one like that, another one like that. Let's try and get it nice and straight across. It's going to be easier said than done, because drawing straight lines is incredibly difficult for anyone. But that's pretty good right there. Now, the knight just has two big circular eyes. Very, very creepy looking, just right there in the front of his head. Well, in the front of their head. They're kind of a genderless creature. And then two horns that kind of go out like this. Kind of devil horn looking. Actually, that's a good one. Well, let's get rid of this one. Actually, no, that's not that good. Let's decrease stabilization. There we go. So it has two horns that kind of go out like this and like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty even. Kind of go jaggedy like that. And then go down here. Like a little stag beetle. A lot of stag beetle horns going on in this game. Wait, is this a stag beetle? Yeah, I think that's a stag beetle. And we can... Let's not fill that in with black just yet. We will do that. The drawing later. Now the knight... Let's make this a little bit smaller, and yeah, let's zoom in a little bit more. Here we go. Let's do that. Actually, let's... We can make it him a little skinnier. I keep saying him because I'm used to it, but just know that every time I say him, I actually mean this genderless little bug creature. So the knight is wearing a very simple outfit. It's just a cloak like that. That's kind of wrapped, kind of looks like bug wings. You might notice that as a pattern, as a theme. It's kind of wrapped here like that, and kind of wrapped here like that. And just little black legs sticking out. Maybe like with you might be able to see the knight's legs kind of sticking out from underneath it a little bit. And just has a plain featureless black body on the bottom. But most importantly, has a sword, a nail. On its back, on their back, that they use to fight. And that is our little knight. That is the protagonist of Hollow Knight. Oh, I see, I'm speaking of bugs, I see a spider crawling on my wall right now. We're gonna leave it be because spiders are our friends. And there aren't too many venomous spiders where I live. They're really recognizable ones. And if the spider is not one of those recognizable ones, you don't need to worry about it. The spider is not going to hurt you if it's not one of those recognizable ones. Now let's try and draw. We have our little knight here. His body is he's actually supposed to be a little bit more chibi. Actually supposed to be a little bit more... a little bit more like that, where kind of a smaller body. Let's straighten that out a little bit. There we go, much better. Now let's try drawing the knight wielding their nail. Now when they wield their nail, their cloak kind of billows. You can see more of their little black featureless body. So let's try drawing from an angle. We could try drawing sort of a bottom up angle, maybe a maybe a top-down angle. There's one famous picture of the Hollow Knight. Oh, actually, like this one here. So let's try drawing that one. I'm following along with a picture that I'm looking at online. So let's go. There's sort of a square here. That's the top of the knight's head. And of course it has sort of a box-shaped head, so kind of form like a little circular box like that. If you've ever drawn, like, you know, a box like that, a lot of people have drawn that kind of thing. That's basically what this knight's head is, except it's going to be rounded at the bottom here. And here. Like that. It's going to be kind of rounded, maybe like going along like a little bit like that. And so generally just sort of round the edges out so that it isn't as harsh of a box. And of course you don't really need to see the perfect angles on everything. All the sides and stuff. Let's flatten this out a little bit more. There's nice. And now we have a horn like that. A horn like that. That's pretty good. It's not totally... it's decent. It's not totally at the same angle. I might need to redraw this one to be at a slightly different angle to seem even. Honestly, I think that's a little bit better. It might need to be a little bit smaller. That does look like the right forming a circle like that, though. I think we're good on that. So, yeah, I think it needs to be a little bit smaller. Let's adjust this here and kind of adjust its position. And maybe its angle. Now that I've gotten rid of that angle, it doesn't look as good anymore. Actually, that's pretty good right there. That's pretty dang good. It's not totally even, but it will fool people when they're looking at it. And that's the important thing. If you were able to fool people into thinking that you drew something correctly, then you've won. If you're able to trick people into thinking you're good at art, then you're the winner. You have won, and you are successful. And no one will be able to call you a hack. And that's what everyone's goal is. Everyone is hoping simply to avoid being called a hack. Let's see, that... And they can have big eyes. On various art, sometimes their eyes are bigger. Like the official, this I think is the sprite art, and this the promotional art, they get bigger eyes. Kind of have a rounder face where kind of goes around the edge, where you can like see the intro, they're the inside like that. Which is kind of cool, these sort of headlight face. You can see, let's adjust the eye angles a little off there. Let's move it up a little bit. Oops. Up this way a little bit. That's good. Now let's see. The next thing we want to draw their body. Their cape is kind of billowing like that. They're kind of back like this. Just the black featureless body. Nothing really going on. Very easy to draw like that. You don't need to worry about having weird proportions or good proportions. They're just kind of a little blob. Let's warp this a little bit. Let's move this. I don't know if I have warp on this. Might be like control. Well, that kind of worked with what I was hoping to do. Still not quite the angle that I want, but yeah, this is flipping it around in a way that I'm not really looking for. Just the side angles there. I think that's fine as is. They have their nail. And just a little thing like that. Let's adjust the spiral. It's really more of a screw in a certain way. Here we go. So just a little drawing of the knight. Let's put them to the side. The character that I actually want to draw today is Hornet, who is going to a character from Hollow Knight and is going to be the main character of the upcoming sequel, Silk Song. So let's try and draw Hornet together, shall we? Hornet has a very interesting geometric design. Hornet has a face like that. very cool sort of crescent moon, like a tall crescent moon. And this is a little bit too wide for Hornet, but we can adjust the angle as we go. We can make the angle bigger or smaller. Let's just make sure we get a nice curve going. That's a pretty good curve. That's decent right there. And Hornet has sort of actually let's adjust the face shape first. Hornet is a bit more oriented like that. And Hornet is not actually a hornet, despite her name. That's a decent eye. Let's adjust the angle on this and size on this. Good, that looks good. Well, kind of looks good. It's a little wide for Hornet, maybe. We need to just fix the angle of this. That's a little bit more better. More better. And Hornet has a dress, cloak, garment. It's kind of a high turtleneck dress, I guess. And it kind of goes up like that. Kind of goes like swoop, swoop, swoop. And does it go out? Does it scallop like this? I think it scallops like that. Maybe not that wide, kind of like that. But then immediately poofs. And it goes sort of scallops bottom as well. And it all each of them kind of go down like that and kind of meet up in this area. And then Hornet also just has like featureless black legs. She kind of has backwards knees. Like a lot of animals, although with these little cartoony humanoid bugs, you can kind of draw legs however you want and you won't be wrong. That's a good angle to have her legs and feet at? It seems okay. And you never really get to see her hands in this dress she wears, but you do get to see her long needle. This long needle that is her weapon. Like that. And Hornet's got such a good geometric shape. And this part is white, and this part is deep red, and then sort of black and featureless. And I really want to draw Hornet in different positions. So let's just spend a bit of time just on Hornet, shall we? What a nice character, what a nice design. Let's kind of copy this part. And paste. So that we have a second layer that we won't need to draw over. Let's keep Hornet over here nice and big so that we don't need to draw over her. And let's add a new layer for each drawing that we're doing. Let's draw this next one of Hornet. Might need to stabilize this a little bit more. That's a pretty good angle for her. That's a pretty dang good angle for her. Pretty dang good angle. Stabilization helped. We need to move that though. Which angle should her head be at? We'll start with that and then adjust it if we need to. Let's turn the stabilization a little bit lower. Draw the eyes here. Very confusing angle on these eyes. That's pretty good. Let's move it a little bit more down here. And I'm going to need to be moving it quite a bit. Alright, so this particular one is going to be having swoop. 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 Sort of a fanning out swoop like that. But it's going to be maybe we can move that, adjust that a little bit. This one, the dress is not intuitive to me at the beginning. But that's okay as long as the legs work, then it's probably going to fix the angle. Let's see, how does everything look? This one might need to actually be a bit more what is this like? This is a little more like here and here and here. Actually, they're all kind of like that now that I look at it. So let's adjust the angle on some of these. Turn this back up. A bit more like that. And all of these a bit steeper. And you can see a little bit of the interior like that. Draw the little neckline there. And now needs to adjust this angle a little bit in order to get this picture that I'm drawing. We need to slightly adjust this angle here. That looks a little bit better, I think. Yeah, just moved it very slightly like that. And now this leg can match the angle. Of a pointy leg like that. Let's have it be a little bit more back, like a leap. It's kind of an odd angle. I think it's a little bit too spread and not downward enough. This one is okay, but needs to be adjusted slightly. Like that. That's a little bit better. Also need to adjust this one a little bit. And then you finally get to see her hand kind of holding the nail, but it's just a little hand like that. And mostly it's just the nail. We're going to need to move this to the side to really draw this. This is a long, long needle. Here, and let's have it point back towards the middle. Ooh. We gotta get this angle nice and perfect, and that's gonna be hard. Gonna need to be gonna be hard to get a nice angle on this. That actually looks good. Probably should have just used a line tool, but I kind of wanted to draw everything, because I want to learn how to be able to do this even if it's messy. And that isn't bad. Clean up this little point here. That's not bad. And then back here, there's just a circle. Just up until there. Oops, sorry. There's a pretty good hornet. Let's make this a little bit smaller. By smaller, I don't mean smaller. That's actually pretty dang good just as is. Let's just keep that. So a couple of hornets here, and she has sort of a segmented leg like that. Now she goes in. It goes in like that and in like that. But we'll have to not worry too much about that. Okay, now a last drawing of hornet. Both of these were taken from, poses and stuff that I've seen online. So now let's try to do an original one. Excuse me. Let's try to come up with an original one, an original composition, so that we can kind of practice. I got a pretzel right here. Tasty. Let's try and think of something for hornet. A scene I'd like to see hornet in. Thinking about the game. Maybe something related to thread, webs, needles, something like that. Hornet in a spider web that she made. A hornet interacting with some other character. Hornet in some sort of cool pose. Hornet leaping and doing something. Let's look around for some inspiration. All that needle and thread, it's always very cool, and we can do correctly pretty dang well. What's something I would like to see Hornet do? Something I want to see Hornet do? That's a good question. Hornet has already done a lot of cool stuff. Actually, a corrupted hornet who has, gone mad and is, this insane, villain boss. That would be kind of cool. Have like extra spider legs. And have, like, you know, orange glowy eyes like the other enemies. Let's do that. Let's draw sort of a, like, fallen hornet. Excuse me. So, maybe there. Maybe a broken shell there. Maybe we do a similar, like, needle pose like that. But have, like, a bunch of other, like, creepy legs or something coming out. I don't think she should have that many legs if she is because like the arm would count as 10 legs, the hands would count as 10 legs, but it just looks cooler. Pretty good dress that I just drew. Let's have maybe it like kind of ripped and torn in places. Show that something has happened. Actually, we can probably just do a big does that work? Let's do some sort of other tear like that. Let's delete these weird spider legs. They're kind of distracting the drawing for now. Creepy hands like that. Let's move this arm a little bit more inwards. Let's kind of creepy. How do we make it a little bit creepier? How do we make it a little bit creepier? Definitely give the nail some chips. But that's not enough. Maybe there's something else we can do besides just adding some more legs. Adding like glowing eyes. I feel like there's one thing somewhere that I could add. Let's fix her head shape first of all. Make sure everyone knows who we're drawing. Still a little too round, but I suppose that's not bad. Here we go. Just draw a bunch of curves until we get one we like. That's pretty good on the left side there. I just need a match on the right side. Very difficult to get this exact. What did it used to look like? I'm almost even forgetting what it used to look like. I mean, that's definitely too big of a head. Kind of cool, but it's too big. It's better a slightly smaller head like this. I think. Although maybe not. Maybe I will actually just keep it super big. No, let's keep it like that. Let's adjust the angle of the arm if we need to. I'll make it up a little bit closer there. And now, add a bunch of shades maybe. Let's keep it, but I don't think we're going to use it. Fuck, what did I just do? Stop it. Fucking stop it. What are you doing? Jesus. Jesus. Whatever that was, don't appreciate it. Oi. God, that was annoying. Something like that. How do the orange bubbles look? I want to find a picture of the orange that I can use as reference. Doesn't look like there's a lot of pictures on the pages I'm looking at. Oh well. Let's not worry too much. Let's just keep it as that. And then, let's try one more of, from here on out, as a warning, I'm going to draw a late game character. And so, this is anyone who's watching, spoiler warning. Spoiler. I'm going to draw a late game character. And so if you do not want to see late game characters and find out what characters look like, not want to see what some characters look like at the end of the game, or like what certain things are, then you can stop watching here. Because there's one character that I want to draw. Specifically in one form. Because this is a cool character, and I want to see how good I can get at them. Now, let's see, what is this armor like? So it kind of goes swoop, 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 like that. And same on this side. Swoop, 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 swoop. Maybe like that. Swoop, swoop. This part is not cloth, though. This part is armor. So that can be a little bit more angular, like that. And it's just that top part and cape. Oops. And then a big old head. Let's put stabilization up pretty dang high. Yeah, there's a good angle. Let's make this a little bit rounder at the bottom. That's pretty dang good. Big ol' head. The cape is very nice and flowy at first. But what does this character look like from behind? Looks like that. Let's go with this here. Make some swunk, 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 swunk. I guess there's only like 2 big ones like that. And if this character is down here, let's make this a bit more like that. How would it look? How would it look? That's a very strange question. Something like that, maybe? Should we rotate the whole thing to get the head angle a little bit better? Might still need to do the head angle a little bit different. There's some sort of angle that I'm going to like. I don't know what angle that is, though. Maybe I had it all wrong. I think actually I'll keep it at that angle for now. I'll have to stop pretty soon. Let's try once more. That's a little bit better, I think. Let's take away a little bit of these elbows. Let's do one last thing, see if I can sketch this. Where's a bigger picture? There's a bigger picture. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now let's add this. Let's separate these layers here. So let's do this layer here and copy and paste it. Copy and paste. Cut that. Now where did the pasted part go? Ah, it did the wrong layer. I see. Copy and paste. And if that, now I can cut and just this part move. Yes, excellent. Okay, good. Let's move this and let's duplicate this for a sec. Good, yeah, let's keep that there. That's pretty good. How big are they? Let's keep that like that. There we go. Hi, horse. What's up with you? We're drawing a little bit of Hollow Knight stuff. A little bit of spoilers if you... I've been playing Hollow Knight and haven't gotten too far. So, just be warned if that's something you care about. I'm finishing up this little drawing right here. I'm just not doing colors right now. I'm just doing some line art. Let's get rid of this stuff here so we can see it nice and clearly. I've played but never actually finished it. I hear that from a lot of people, you know? Hollow Knight is, I mean, it's a pretty long, or at least it can be a pretty long game. It can be a pretty, like, you know, all that exploration and stuff can lose a lot of people interest. Definitely is the type of game that I have heard a bunch of people just being like, yeah, I picked it up, I haven't finished it. So that seems like a common thing. But maybe, should we just get rid of this right here? Maybe we will just have a few like that. Down here. Just to kind of show the scene there. And maybe extend the cape a little bit out. So then have this nice long cape. Oh, wrong layer. A little shorter than that. Something like that, maybe. Let's go a little bit bigger on this. Like that. That looks good. It's a little bit of a strange pose and angle, but I think if I fix the sword, it will fix it a little bit, because I want to show kneeling down in front, and so maybe if I fix the sword like this. Doesn't quite read well though. Maybe I have to do it sort of sideways like this. I chose a bad angle to lay a sword across. That's not bad as it is, just like that. I think that is good as it is, just as a little scene. Let's do a little bit of like foreground. Let's do like an all black. Let's increase the size of this to be like kind of thick like this. That looks good. Like that. And let's draw some like vines and stuff in the foreground. That'll look really good and I'll add a nice effect. Oops. There we go. A little bit less like that. This isn't going to give me the effect that I want. Looks good. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. This black is not giving me the effect that I am looking for. I kind of wanted it to be like as if it was covering the screen. And like dripping down in front of our scene, in front of our eyes that we were looking at. But I don't know if it really conveys that. And if this is what we can actually see here. Maybe if I extend it down to the side a little bit. Maybe erase a little bit of this and make it a little bit more. So we're getting a little bit closer. I don't think I'll keep that, but you know what? It's an experiment. Nothing wrong with experimenting with weird freaking weird freaking drawn things. First time you do it, it's always gonna look kind of weird. What else can we do? Actually, you know what? Let's do a layer underneath the back. Maybe add some. Where's like a big airbrush like that? Just a light. Have it get a little bit darker around here. You play games on your channel? Absolutely, yeah. I really love retro games. I really love platformer games, stuff like that, which is exactly why Hollow Knight is perfect for me. I absolutely love it. It's been one of my favorites recently. The other games that I've played on the channel so far are things like Cuphead. That was actually my first one that I played. And, oh, actually, let's go. Can we go... I just had an idea. I'm sorry to cut off, but I just had an idea. How can I do can I do an eraser with that? An eraser. Maybe I'll just do a white. Let's just do a white. Advanced setting. Let's just do a big white. That looks pretty dang good like that. In the darkness. And then maybe some smaller. No, let's not make it that big. So I just cut myself off and didn't even finish the trains of thought because I just had an idea for the darkness. Let's see, we were doing a big one. That looks good. Well, thank you. I'm glad it's conveying well. I hope it looks good. I'm a little iffy on it myself because it's not quite... This happens a lot with artists when we have a picture in our head and then what ends up on the page is not exactly the same. We go, ah, damn. I can't believe I didn't get it the exact way that I wanted. But the important thing is not really so much as doing it the exact way we want, so much as just kind of making sure it looks like something. That was sort of a dumb experiment. See a manga fan. Oh, that's super cool. That's a very good compliment on my part. So I really appreciate that. Because if something looks like a manga panel, then hell yeah. With all the effects and all the, what is that called? The grayscale thing that they apply. I always forget. But let's just, no wait, let's go. Just some dots all over the place. A little bit fewer dots, like toner. I think that's what it's called. Do bigger dots like that. There we go. That looks pretty good. But anyways, I was talking about games. So yeah, Cuphead is pretty good. Like I thought, I had not played it before, and it was my first game on the channel. So I was really setting myself up for failure, you know. And so I was really setting myself up to make a fool of myself. But it was fun. It was fun, and I beat it in a couple of sessions, and it was definitely really hard on some parts, but it was the exact type of difficulty game that I really enjoy. And then what else did I play after that? After that, I played Guacamelee. Remember Guacamelee? Like, it's been 10 years since that game was relevant, but I had never played it, so I wanted to play it. I really have been playing a lot of games that I've never played before. Metroidvania style, platformer style. And right now, I just started Shantae. You might have seen a couple other people playing Shantae as well, and I just started the original like Game Boy Advance one from 2002, when I think that was it. And so all these old games that I'm loving, and Hollow Knight is probably one of the more recent games that I've played, and all of them have that same sort of platformer style, and a lot of them are difficult. I mean, Guacamelee is not that difficult, but a lot of them can be difficult. I really like that. I really like that sort of retro style side-scrolling platformer game. A lot of them aren't, you know, the unfortunate thing is though that a lot of them aren't really new stuff. You know, certainly Hollow Knight, that's new, and Shantae is on sale right now, so some people have been playing it. But a lot of this stuff isn't new, and so it's not really going to be making front page on any sort of YouTube thing. And I know that very well going in, but you know what? That's okay, because you just gotta play the games you love, you know? You just gotta play the games that you love and that you want to show people because you think they're cool. And so I'm playing fucking Guacamelee 10 years after it's relevant. But oh, actually, you know what? Let's put like a root or something in here, and then maybe a little bit of there, and maybe can I just go like that? Yeah, this looks pretty good. A little bit. Maybe we just go up like that. I don't really want to cover his cape too much, though. That's pretty good with those branches there. Awesome, bro. I'll take more of your video later. I appreciate it. And hey, I hope you enjoyed them. I definitely have fun doing a lot of them. This is super late night for me right now, so I'm doing this stuff all over the time. Let's see. Is that a good... I think maybe just those are fine. And so if there's something like, you know, a time or a series that you enjoy, then I hope that you're able to watch it. I know there's barely any time to watch all the streams that everyone wants to watch these days. I mean, I know from myself as well, there's so many different streamers that I want to watch that I don't have the time to watch. And so, like, finding one that I feel happy about watching for a little while always feels really good, and go like, yeah, I can like the next couple of weeks, or even just a day or two. Like this definitely feels like kind of what I want to watch next. That's always a good feeling, but you always feel like you gotta like dedicate some time to one, and not I'm the kind of guy who likes to really flip around, like switch channels, go to like all of the like different streamers as possible. Always find like, all right, a little bit of this person, a little bit of that person, a little bit of that person, and never just kind of like binge everything from one person. I always like to flip around, flip channels. Yeah. 6 p.m. in your place right now? Man, you are living like perfect time frame for this right now. You want to know what it is right now for me? Because I am, this is a late night stream for me. You know what? Actually, since go ahead and this will be fun. Try and guess. If I say it's super late night, super late night for me, and I'll give you a hint. I'm in America. I'm not gonna tell you what time zone yet, but what time do you think it is right now for me? I'll give you 2 guesses, and if you get either of them right, then you win. I don't really have prizes. You win super cool respect. 4 a.m. Ding, ding, ding. You are correct. It is 4 o'clock in the morning for me right now. And I am up drawing Hollow Knight fan art like a dang fool. Like a dang fool who should know better and should get some sleep. But instead, I'm here drawing some goofy bugs. But, like, with that being said, I'm a vampire. Yeah, you got it right on the first try. That was pretty impressive. So, my friends always call me a vampire, and I admit I am a vampire. Because I am basically nocturnal. Like, I'll probably go to bed in a couple of hours when the sun is coming up, and then sleep for a little while and wake up in the afternoon. That's the life of a, freelancer who works in the afternoon and, evenings, stuff like that. Which, hey, ends up being a great schedule for people, like, out in the East, Like, their schedules and my schedules match up super well. And so, when it's 4 a.m. for me, it's like 6 a.m., 8 p.m., or like 6 p.m., 8 p.m., 10 p.m. for other people in different countries. And so it actually ends up being pretty good. That's why I do these late night streams, because I know that there are people who are still awake right now. But with that being said, I actually think I'm done with these drawings that I got. I got a few. Well, let me show off the ones I've done so far. These are all different Hollow Knight characters. So we got that one, and then that was that. Let's go down through. That one, Hornet, and a couple of these. I tried to imagine what Hornet would look like if Hornet got, like, turned evil. Actually, there's a good... This one I copied from another drawing online. Like, this one was copied. I was trying to figure out how to draw Hornet, so I just copied Hornet pictures that I found online. So these two are like, look at a picture and then try drawing it. And then this one was like, let's take that and add some creepiness to it and try to draw a little bit of something like that. There was also just a little Hollow Knight doodles like that, trying to learn, or little knight doodles like that, trying to learn how the knight is drawn. And then we went on to that character there and wanted to draw a scene with that character in front of, like, kneeling down here. And so that's why I do that last. Honestly, that's a pretty successful night. I think it was just 2 hours. 2 hours that I have been drawing. And coloring and doing clean lines always takes the most amount of time. Doing doodles like this is pretty doodly. This is pretty doodly. Where it's not too clean. You can see it's very kind of messy. But I like it. That goes much faster. and it ends up looking pretty good. I like the scratchy feeling. It feels very alive. It feels very living, like it's alive, like it's not a static image. And so I'm actually pretty happy with these 2 hours. I think I'm gonna call it a night there. I think I'm tired. I need some food. I need some rest. So, Horse, thank you for joining me tonight. Like, thank you for stopping by and checking it out. I'll post these drawings, to Reddit and Twitter, and so that I can show them off. And I hope you enjoy. If you check out any other videos, I hope you really enjoy them. I hope you enjoy the banter and stuff like that. If you want to check out a future stream tomorrow night, same time, I'm learning Japanese. I'm practicing some kanji to try and improve my Japanese. On Saturday, or is it Sunday? I think it's Saturday, same time. I'm either going to be drawing a little bit more, or maybe I'm playing guitar. I haven't decided yet, but one of those two things. And then it's probably going to be too late. Maybe too early or maybe too late. It might be super early morning for you. I'm not entirely sure. If it's 6 p.m. for you right now, then it might be super too early. But in the afternoon, 3 p.m. Pacific time, which is my time zone. So just imagine 12 hours from now, it would be 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. or something. I'm going to be playing some more Shantae, 8 p.m. My time, which would probably be 10 a.m. Your time, maybe. On Friday, I'm also doing Silt. I'm playing Silt this week, and so let's see how that kind of goes like that. Yeah, feel free. I'll post the notifications, the channel video reservations, either earlier those days or the day before. So if you happen to see those, then feel free to stop by. I'm glad that I had someone to talk to this time. I'm always mumbling to myself. It's nice to have a back and forth. So you keep cool, and you have a good rest of your night. I know it's still early in the evening, so I hope that you find some more good streams to watch. And I hope that, you have some good dinner, some good food, some good rest. And if I see you again, then excellent. So thanks very much. And that's all for me. We'll end with this drawing right here. Good night. God bless everyone. And I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for joining me. Later. Mew.